Good morning everyone, how are you? Well, a bit colder today. We're back here again, and this time we're going to still have a go for the bream, but with the float rod. I've got the feeder rod in my car just in case, but it's only the third time I've used this float rod, and I thought it'd be nice if we can hook one or two slabs on that. Very simple method. Nice little insert waggler. I'll show you it all when I set it up. Yeah, basically, so the rivers are, needless to say, flooded. We had a huge amount of rain last week, and this week the weather is declining as the week goes on again. So we're really getting the brunt of it, and I just thought, after the success that we had last time, because there are bigger bream in here, so basically I'm just going to use my fixed spool reel, which is a CKR 30. It's loaded with very thin diameter 5-pound line, and I've got a 4-pound carbon fluorescent hook link on, a strong Drennan fine wire size 14. The water here is very murky, and basically we're going to use maggots. We have got ground bait with us, but we don't need to fish that far out. I'm going to plummet the depth before we start, but we're only looking at 20 yards. There's a very slight breeze, but nothing much. It's about 5-6 degrees, so it might get a little bit warmer later, but hopefully we just get a few fish out, wet a line, and yeah. Welcome to Fishing with Clive. Hope you're all right anyway. So let me just get everything else finished. There's not much to do. We should be fishing in the next 10 minutes or so, and we're just literally going to go out in front of us, maybe use the marker, well, this tree here which is in front of me, so I'll use part of that to the left as a marker. Get some maggots out. I've got some flavouring, so I've got some ground bait, but I think we will catch, and hopefully one target one of the bigger slabs. It's just nice to get a few slabs out and a few fish. Right, I'll catch you later guys, and yeah, welcome to Fishing with Clive. Right, so what we've got here, it's a part loaded insert waggler. So it has got, let me just sort this out for you. So you can see it's got a weight on it, but it's only part loaded, but this will help with the casting. Got a couple of float stops. I want to make a small gap. Now there's a reason for making a gap between the stops. If you put the stops close together, when you strike you're going to be pulling against the whole of the float, and that will slow you all down. Your strike down maybe just enough to miss a few fish. By leaving a gap between the two stops, if you imagine the float sitting upright, when you strike the float will collapse because it is in a gap, thus helping you to connect with the fish quicker. So I've got a BB on here, and then underneath I have two number 1s and a number 4, and these will sit on the bottom. Oh, can't believe that. There's a fish just jumped right in front of me. I don't know if it was a bream or not, but if I can fish just out there instead of going further out, that would be brilliant. Well, that's a good sign anyway. Wow, now really fired up. Now the time is 10:15, so we left at about 2:30 last time, and we'll stay here to hopefully till about 3, and we see if we can get some just get some fish. There are roach in here to £2, there's tench in here to £5, so who knows. Now what I'm doing for a plummet, I'm not using, nothing wrong with these, don't get me wrong, I swear by using the plummet, but they are quite heavy and can be quite noisy. And if you are going to fish closer in, which is what I've just decided to do, seeing that fish, basically just going to use a swan shot pinched on the hook as a plummet, and that will be that will be just fine. So I know we've got a bit of depth in front of us. Let's just see how much we have got. That float should, hasn't gone under, so it's quite shallow there. I suspect there's a shelf a little bit further out. Let's have a quick look and a little bit further out. That would probably go down there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so in front of us we've got about 2.5 foot. Let's go a bit further out. See, there is a shelf there. Ah, now that's gone down. No, it's just popped up. So we've got about 2.5 foot out in front of us. We've got, yeah, it's about 2.5 foot, and that's about 3 or 4, 5 yards out, 6 yards. Okay, we might try fishing closer in, because last time I was using the feeder rod, so obviously we were fishing a bit further out. Split this out a bit further. Right, the float's gone down there, so we might fish just over that shelf where it's slightly deeper. As I say, I've got ground bait in the car, but at the moment I'm not going to, I'm just going to use, got a catapult, get some maggots out, let them sink slowly. Try not to make too much disturbance. Really looking forward to this actually. So let's get this out a bit further. So definitely on the bottom there. So we're going to fish, I reckon, about 12 to 15 yards out. That's where I want to go, just out there. Yep, and that's spot on. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to fish where the shadow of the tree is, but the very front part of the shadow, the nearest part of the shadow to me, you can see it's just protruding. Ah, that's better. Hope you can see all right. I've pushed myself to one side, as you can see out in front of me, when I start, you know, bagging up all these fish. What was that? If your cast by any means happens to go quite a long way off, and especially this time of year when the fish are swimming around but still not as much, bring it in, hit that spot. Get it into that area you want to fish. I was quite surprised last time we came that we didn't get any roach on the feeder at all. There's a lot of small roach in here. I was very surprised about that. As I say, there are supposed to be some quite large roach in here. There's no perch in here. Bit of a shame really, because all these dead reeds and everything about, the first thing you think of is perch, you know. But anyway, doesn't matter. Always another time for them. That looks like a rope bite. Perhaps we can hit that. We're going to have some fun today, guys, anyway. This feels like a roach or a small skimmer, but he did that typical sort of running along, mind you, when you're laying on the bottom. That's what they do, and there we go. Nice roach to start with. Very cold roach. But nevertheless, a welcome fish. The old maggots are well sucked out. I hope we do get some green today. Really want to even some skimmers. But at the end of the day, at least we're fishing. Let's get that out in front of me. Sink that line. Two or three maggots out there, build up the swim. We're it again. This feels slightly bigger. Oh, it's a good start, isn't it? Feels a little bit bigger, guys. Looks like a tiny little skimmer. Yep, it is. How lovely. Might just be able to swing it in. Just. There we are. Skimmer. Wow. Got a feeling these fish are really hungry. That's great. That's just great. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. And let's be honest, that's what fishing should be about, shouldn't it? Sink that line. Actually got a decent bit of rag as well. Things are looking up. Oh, lovely. We're in again. Slightly bigger skimmer. Oh, this is fantastic. Thought about this all week. I thought, I know where I'm going, I know what rod I want to use, I know the method. Yeah, it is slightly bigger. Let's put it this way, I can't swing this one in, it's a little bit too large. Absolutely brilliant. Terrific, lovely fish. Get the skimmers in, we might be able to get one of the larger bream. See, keep straight out on the bank. There we are, guys. Definitely a bit bigger than the last one. Terrific. There you go, mate. Well, we're into a slab, guys.
What sort of depth are you at?
I'm fishing probably about 6 inches over depth.
Right.
So I'm laying on. I started fishing shallower.
Yeah.
I was catching a lot of small roach. Don't get me wrong, good fun. And I had a few skimmer bream,
Yeah.
but I've now changed and put on a worm. Yeah, and just about, yeah, nice. That's lovely. That's the biggest one so far today. So far. But yeah, I've got a tub of worm. I brought some worms yesterday as a backup.
Yeah.
But all my fishing is, everything is planned every single week. I knew I was going to come back here. I knew I was going to float fish. I knew where. I knew what bait.
Yeah.
It was just down to the fish. And I see you got a Skoda Yeti.
Yes, indeed.
Bloody lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you had yours?
Yeah. Oh, probably about 3 years now. Yeah. Yeah. Very pleased with it.
Yeah.
I love the
Oh, that's a good start.
the way it's all.
What's that bloody caught on? That's well caught.
And what's catching it there?
Oh, not do I.
Shall I hold it while you try and loosen it?
Yeah.
And the damage the net.
I don't know what that's caught on. Ah, that's got it.
Yeah.
That's about a pound. Yeah, I brought mine last year from Worthing, which is one of my favourite places because I'm a photographer as well.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I need a bigger car because of my photographic equipment and my fishing tackle keeps growing. So
That's nice.
yeah.
I think the biggest we've had is about, me and my mate come down quite often, and end of sort of September, October,
Right.
we probably had bream to about 4.5 pounds.
Yeah, they say they go to 8. Now the swim's gone a little bit quiet at the moment because what I'm doing, fishing a bit further out, I'm laying on about an inch or so more, and I'm putting more bait out as well. And I have a suspicion, only a suspicion mind, that if the larger bream move in, they're going to push those roach out. But we'll see. I know for a fact when you're feeder fishing, if you get quite a few small fish to begin with, I've had it many times before, like roach or small dace, and it's suddenly, but you're after the bream and you're putting out quite a lot of bait, and then 10-15 minutes goes quiet. That means normally either the fish have moved off or the bream have moved in and they're pushing out the smaller fish. I just put a worm on with the maggot because the swim went a bit quiet, and this has resulted in a slightly better fish. I wasn't worried that the swim went quiet, but when it's just slightly, it's still a skimmer, but so far biggest one of the day at the moment. The old bream do love worm. I brought them as a backup just in case. And yeah, that's nice. Lovely lift bite, straight down. Superb. Absolutely superb. That's it. There we are. Fish are like ice. That's a lovely skimmer. That's a cracking fish. If they come like that, I will certainly not complain. Let's get that back. Nice, lovely. Still going, still there. It didn't go right under, but it just looked suspicious, so I struck into it, and I think it's a small roach. Well, it might be a tiny little skimmer. It's a roach. That's quite a nice roach, that one. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. There we are. That's a lovely fish. It's a nice quality fish, I don't mind those. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're still catching roach on the float. Not so many skimmers. The last one I've got on this camera, you'll see it, it was about a pound. But I have seen some bubbles coming up in the open water out there. It's a little bit too far to float fish. I can put on obviously a heavier float, punch it out more. But I think what we'll do, we've had success with the float, and there is always a good chance of getting one of the bigger lumps on the float. But I personally think there's more chance to get them on the feeder. So we've had some roach. We've had some skimmer bream up to a pound on the float, so that's been successful. So we'll split this in two halves, and I'm going to get the feeder rod out and see if we can hit one of these bigger fish. Well, been on the feeder for about 20 minutes. I've had one little tap. Just hoping that I'm not going to regret the change. Oh, just lost one, guys. I didn't see it, but definitely a bream. The old tip just hooped right round. Had it on for about 5-6 seconds, then the hook came out. Fortunately, I think it was swimming towards me, because it went a bit slack, and at the time I thought I'd lost it. I reconnected with it, but then the hook came out. Felt like quite a good fish as well, but hey ho, it's the way it goes, isn't it? We'll keep plugging on anyway. It's turned a lot colder, but I'm not stopping yet. It's not happening. Well, we got a fish on the feeder. Don't think it's a bream though. I just stuck a worm on with a maggot. I think it's a roach. Yeah. Nice roach, good size. Very nice roach, look at that. That's a quality fish. Certainly not moaning at that. Just a bit annoying about losing that bream earlier. But it's a nice roach. Can't believe it. I'm just talking to you on the camera. Look round and my quiver tip was dead straight. I was hoping it was going to pull round because obviously it was a drop back, but he didn't. Ah! Grrr! Well guys, it's 20 nearly 2:45, it's turning a lot colder. You can see that wind's picked up. It's a shame about losing that bream. Even that one would have been nice, but it's been a successful day. We've had a roach on the float, we've had skimmer bream, roach on the float. So considering conditions, we've done very, very well. And I'm going to get home, have a coffee. My body's not cold, this coat's amazing, but the rest of me is like saying, come on Clive, you know, pushing yourself a little bit now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know what's happening next weekend. Just keep your eye on my posts, won't you, underneath the header of the website. And I wish you all well. Thanks a lot, subscribers, new viewers. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care of yourselves out there and keep warm. All the very best. Thanks a lot.